Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko, and in this whole video we're going to look into Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and as well Aquarius Rising weekly general tarot reading June 7th up until June 13th, 2021. And should you find yourself guys being interested in a personal reading with me, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to find a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And as well, just to let you know, that I have moved my live streams from Facebook to YouTube. So if you don't want to catch me live, make sure you do subscribe for the channel and also hit the notification bell. So with that being said aside, starting the Aquarius week here, the first card that you do have, guys, that is going to be the Eight of Cups, followed by the second card that stands as the Magician. Moving next, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, that's a good one. And after that, the fourth card, that is going to be the Nine of Wands. And the last card for your reading, that is going to be the Eight of Swords. So we do have the situation called as a blessing in disguise for you that is going to develop throughout the week. Literally, how do you say it? I don't want to say that the universe is going to find you unprepared. At least that is what the universe is going to think. But actually, the situation that you are going to be put into is going to turn out to be far better than the situation you hoped that you are going to be put into. And such a fork you can see at the start, or we can see at the start of the week here, which is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups itself, it's a card pointing that, you know, whatever you are going through at these stages of the week, either career-wise or either relationship-wise, that happens to be not as good as you hope that is going to be, or in other words, you are facing more or less unfortunate status, unfortunate situation, or unfortunate circumstances. Unfortunately, nothing much can be done for that situation in this particular case, okay? And the promise is that the future holds a better perspective, so that the whole premise of the Eight of Cups, of walking away, you know, because that is what you can see into the box, it's true, and that is because the future holds better perspectives. Of course, if you do wish, you can stick with what you think you can improve, and that's entirely your choice, because tarot does not make decisions for you. Just so you are to be prepared is that in order to the things for you to start moving on, you need a fresh wind, and that fresh wind comes from the better new perspectives in your life. And if you, how can I say, if you have the will and the determination to pretty much, you know, leave the things as they are and just look to the future, then quite of an unexpected good fortune is going to pretty much stumble upon you. And I do think that you are exactly going to choose that path. Just move on. And when you do so, the Magician card takes place. And that states that whatever the future holds for you, either in a phase of you know, new introductions, new people to hang out with, you know, or for example, new projects, whatever the future holds for you, you are going to find yourself being very good at it. In fact, as soon as you leave those unfortunate circumstances or unfortunate situations, and again, you are in them because you choose to be in them, you can simply say, I'm not going to deal with that any longer, and just move on. And as soon as you do so, your self-esteem, as well your integrity, how do you say it, sovereignty, maybe it is the word that I should use here. In generally, your presence is going to increase big time. Also, as you do so, you are going to start attracting more and more people that are going to be impressed by you. Some are going to be impressed because of your qualities of being able to speak well. Some are going to be impressed, you know, by your skills. Some are going to be impressed by your presence in general, and some are going to be impressed for what you are. And in these stages of the week here, it seems that you are going to make whatever you can, whatever possible as well, to improve your circumstances, to improve your future, and things are gonna work out for you. For the magician, it is exactly what he does. He does make the magic happen, or making out or transforming unfortunate status into a very fortunate one. Okay. And at these stages, it's also a highly likely for you, Aquarius, to negotiate yourself something. It is because with the magician, your communicational skills are going to be extremely well developed. And right after these moments, you will realize here with the Ace of Pentacles that was a blessing in disguise. That what you walked away from could never allow you to develop your goal, could never allow you to further your goal in any case, okay? But what you have right now, as soon as you have let go of these unfortunate circumstances or that unfortunate event, now this, what can I say, this let go of and embracing the new perspective, actually the new perspective happens to be that rare opportunity you need to further your goal. Now, what are the goals of people? Well, a couple of them I can think of straight away. One goal is to be successful. Another goal is to be harmonious in a relationship. Well, this new perspective of yours will offer you either of these instances. Or in other words, here with the Ace of Pentacles, you can start building up a very successful business endeavors, very successful business maneuvers, or you can start building up a very harmonious relationship. The point is that at this stage of the week, which should be about the middle of the week, you're no longer going to be regretful about what happened at the start of the week. You are no longer going to be poignant about it. But instead, you are going to be now embraced with content, exhilaration. For some of you is going to be as well ecstasy for what is yet to come. So instead of trying to relive yesterday, and which is going to make you only lose tomorrow, you are about to start embracing tomorrow and do anything you can to make it the best possible. And you can definitely do that having the Magician as a predecessor to the Ace of Pentacles. And right after you do start moving forward, embracing this opportunity to further your goal, or in other words, to be successful or to be harmonious into your relationships, which is, by the way, what I think is going to happen, because we do have the Nine of Wands afterwards, and I have explained that in many of my videos, so I'm going to keep it short here. Nine of Wands, when it comes to interaction, is the bondage in between the masculine and the feminine, right? So if you are single, highly likely to stumble upon somebody from the other gender, from the opposite gender, that you are gonna fall for each other. But in the grand scheme of things, as you do start manifesting your goal, which is to be successful in career or to be happy into relationship, you are to see at these stages that not everything is perfect, right? There is always, you know, these small shenanigans that are happening here and there along the path. And what you're going to realize, though, into these stages of the week, which is towards the end of the week, it is that you do have what it takes, you know, to overcome these shenanigans, these predicaments. And you are gonna double time it, or in other words, work ahead of time, taking those precautionary measures, making these conscious changes into your routine, into your environment as well, you know, in the way how you act with people, in the way how you deal with projects, so you can make the things or the progress as easy as possible to you, and not just only as easy as possible, but also to ensure its success at the end of the path. And you are about to end the week here, Aquarius, with the Eight of Swords, and that is a very sound card, if I may say it that way. So at the end of the week, you can expect that the last day you're going to spend resting, because it was quite of an intense week in terms of doing stuff around. A lot of things happen to you, you know, leaving one thing, starting another, making the necessary adaptations on it, and so on and so forth. And so you would need that that rest at the end of the week. But then you're gonna use that day or a couple of days to think about what the whole thing, the whole week did for you. What is the lesson that you learned? And what you're gonna find out it is that the situation you left that was unfortunate, it was how can I say, it was so you can open your eyes, or in other words, it was so because you made it that way, because you have been bound by some limitations that you have imposed. Okay, but the new perspective allowed you to let go of those limitations, and now you can strive for far more than you thought beforehand. Or if I have to rephrase it, this is the moment where you're not just only gonna start thinking outside of the box, but also you're gonna start manifesting outside of the box. That is the moment here where you expand and sprawl your limits, and as well the shores of conquest of your life. And from there, at these stages, anything will look possible, you know. And again, you do have your limits, but they are going to be far bigger than the limits that you have started the week with. And we will have to see the next week, which is 14th up until 20th, you know, how this expansion of limits is going to proceed. But for now, at the end of the week, you are to be quite happy, you know, how many, I would say, varieties you do have in front of yourself that you haven't thought about beforehand, before that week started. So to me, that's a huge breakthrough that it is happening to you, Aquarius. And the condition of that the breakthrough happens is to recognize that, you know, there are stuff that you simply cannot do anything about, and trying to be a part of them, it is just a waste of time, and not just only a waste of time, but as well a waste of opportunities which are coming your way. And as soon as you let go of these situations, those opportunities are going to cash in for you. So with that being said, guys, this was your weekly general tarot reading, June 7th up until June 13th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.